Welcome to Reviews of Ryan, and today on the channel I'm going to be talking about the brand new A24 horror film called X. This film was directed by T.I. West, and he's done films like The House of the Devil, Cabin Fever 2, and The Innkeepers. And real quick before we dive into my thoughts on this review, if you like Blu-ray hauls and movie reviews, you're in the right spot. Hit the subscribe button, give the video a like, and comment below your thoughts on the brand new horror film X. In 1979, a group of young filmmakers set out to make an adult film in rural Texas. But when their reclusive elderly hosts catch them in the act, the cast finds themselves fighting for their lives. The film stars Mia Goth, Jenna Ortega, Brittany Snow, Kid Cudi, Martin Henderson, and Owen Campbell. This film is receiving a lot of hype around Twitter and just around movie reviews in general. And after checking out this film, I can kind of say that I kind of feel that this film is okay to me. And pointing out what I did like about the film, I really did like the acting in this. I think that everybody does a really good job. I think Kid Cudi really stands out in this film. I thought Brittany Snow, she really killed it in her role. I always have thought that she's kind of a underrated actress, but I really think that she shines in her role in this. Jenna Ortega is in this. She has a kind of role that is where she plays a church mouse kind of deal, but she kind of blossoms throughout the film, and I liked her role as to what they gave her. And then Mia Goth, I always really like her in films. I have kept my eye on her for a while, and I always thought that she has put on some really good performances, and I thought her performance in this was really good as well. I really enjoyed the shots in this film. I think A24, they always do a really good job of just having these shots in the film. They always do a really good job of building up the tone, and they do that as well in this film. And I really like that they kind of made this kind of like a Texas Chainsaw Massacre, how they have this kind of rural kind of setting, and just the way that they made the film and how they shot the film. It really reminded me of that very much early on into the film. But if I have to say about negatives about this film, I really don't like the fact that it takes about an hour to 70 minutes before we even get our first kill. It's a lot of buildup in this film, and I feel like when it gets to the point where it's up to that buildup and we kind of get things revealed, I really thought that the reveal was kind of weak. I really wanted a little bit more out of the reveal as to why things were happening, and we really didn't get it with this film, and I was a little bit disappointed with that reveal, especially from an A24 film. They always kind of find these weird kind of ways to kind of reveal things or have a really big twist, but this film didn't really have that twist, and I was really disappointed with the fact that it was just so simplistic with why these characters were doing what they were doing. Now, is there any kind of weird moments in this? There is one particular scene involving the older woman. She has a little bit of scenes in this where she is kind of creepy. There was some really creepy imagery with her, and there is one particular scene, I'm not going to give away the spoiler on this, but she has one particular scene where she walks into the house and she does something. I'm going to leave it at that. But I really just didn't feel the elderly couple. I didn't really feel like they didn't seem like much of a threat. I mean, they're really old, and it just didn't seem like much of their character was really that exciting to me. I don't know. I think some people really probably will enjoy this. They'll enjoy the slasher aspect of it. I also thought some of the kills, I liked them, and other ones I was like, well, you guys could have did a lot better with how you were going to kill off a character. And I just really thought that this film, for an A24 film, it has the creativity, but I think overall for me, with how this elderly couple ties into this film, I could think definitely some better ideas than what we got on screen. I was thinking about it kind of on the drive home of what I would have changed about this film, and that really is the biggest factor involving these elderly couple. I think you could have really developed more as to why they kind of had this reveal, as to why they were wanting to kill off these people I also thought throughout the film, the dialogue in this, for the most part, it's what you expect out of a horror film. Towards the end of the film, it has some really stupid dialogue. I'm not going to give away the scene, but I just really was laughing at some of the dialogue towards the end of the film. And overall for me, for this film, it has the vibe, it has the tone, it has the setting, it has some really good shots, it has some pretty decent acting. It's just, for me, what brings this film down, in a nutshell, is just the reveal of this older couple. Yes, they have some creepy moments, but the whole big reveal on why they want to kill off these characters, it's just not that strong for me. And because there isn't really a twist in this film, I really just can't give the score for this film a really strong score. I'm gonna give it a 2.5 out of 5. I think a lot of people are gonna like this. I think a lot of people are going to have really good reviews on this and probably not agree with my opinion, but for me, it just isn't a standout A24 film in the aspect of storytelling, and I think there's a lot better A24 films out there. Thank you guys for watching this review, and I'll see you guys on my next one.